Today's presentation has been brought to you by Shaurya Shetty
and Vijay Jeevanandam. We will be talking about the Battle of Shiloh.
The Battle of Shiloh took place in Shiloh, Tennessee.
It is now a memorial ground near the Tennessee River.
It was a pivotal battle during the Civil War, also one of the bloodiest. In fact, it has been said more fell in the 2 days at Shiloh than the American Revolution, the War of 1812, and the Mexican War combined, which means over 24,000 casualties over the course of the 2-day battle. General Ulysses S. Grant was born in 1822 in Ohio. He graduated from West Point and fought under General Zachary Taylor, who also became President of the United States.
He was also in charge of the Union Army in Tennessee, and he was a great general.
At the outbreak of the Civil War, Grant was appointed by the governor to command an unruly volunteer regiment. Grant whipped it into shape, and by September 1861, he had risen to the rank of Brigadier General of Volunteers.
At Shiloh in April, Grant fought one of the bloodiest battles in the West and came out with a large amount of casualties. President Lincoln fended off demands for his removal by saying, "I can't spare this man. He fights." General Johnston went to the Military Academy West Point and graduated in 1826. He was ranked 8th in a class of 41. He was one of the highest-ranking officials in the Confederate Army.
He was one of the most experienced generals in the Confederate Army. He had fought for the Texan Army, the United States Army, and now was fighting for the Confederate Army.
Beauregard was extremely important to the Battle of Shiloh due to what happened to General Johnston.
General Johnston died as a result of friendly fire. He got shot in the leg, and it hit an artery. He didn't think it was a big deal, and as a result, he sent his personal doctors out to help his own soldiers. The next day, his boot filled up with blood, and he fell into a ravine and bled out.
Beauregard rose to power because of Johnston's death.
The Enfield rifle was used by both sides. It had greater range, power, and better accuracy than the smooth-barrel muskets of the American Revolution.
The rifle was called a rifle because the inside of its barrel was quote-unquote rifled, which is cut with spiral grooves. Then, when the bullet was pushed out, it was set spinning. This gave it a longer range and a much more accurate aim than the smooth-barrel musket. This new technology gave the Confederates the advantage, because since they were being attacked, they can take up well-defensive positions and use these rifles with longer range and better accuracy to snipe the Union soldiers. In this video, the blue dinosaurs represent the Union, and the red dinosaurs represent the Confederacy. Following the loss of Forts Henry and Donelson and the Union capture of Nashville, Johnston began concentrating his forces. He launched a surprise attack on April 6, 1862. Johnston opened the Battle of Shiloh by catching Grant's army by surprise and quickly overrunning its camps. Leading from the front, Johnston was seemingly everywhere on the field, directing his men. Despite these dire circumstances, Grant still managed to round up his men and repel the first day of attacks by the Confederates. Since General Johnston died, General Beauregard rose to power. In response to the surprise attacks by the Confederates, General Grant launched a counterattack on April 7, 1862. The Union drove the Confederates south and took control of Tennessee. The Battle of Shiloh was pivotal to the Union. This is because western and central Tennessee was going to remain in Union hands for the rest of the war after this. It took away a significant portion of the South's ability to provide food for its soldiers, even more than Sherman's march through Georgia and the burning of Shenandoah Valley.